What is up? What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another podcast episode from Bet Talks Podcast. If you don't know me, I'm Japet Pena, the host of this podcast. And before we even proceed to the contents of this podcast episode, if you like the previous or if you like the previous podcast episodes that we put out there, kindly rate this podcast a minimum of 5 stars kung nasa Spotify man kayo, nasa Apple Podcasts. It's really helping a lot in terms of pushing this podcast to people that doesn't even know the podcast through my social media and will know it organically through using these streaming apps. Maraming salamat on clicking this podcast episode. And for today, I wanted to talk about something that we all share. And it's the feeling of not being capable enough or feeling natin hindi tayo ready for gaining that specific position, for doing that specific job, for doing that audition, for applying for a certain position. We don't feel capable of doing something. Hindi natin feel na hinog na tayo to be able to do this, to be able to do that, and to be able to be this type of person or this kind of person. Lagi naman nating nararamdaman na we are never ready enough for a certain opportunity that comes along the way. Kailan ba natin sinabi na, sige, ready na ako? Mas marami pa rin yung mga pagkakataon na nasabi natin sa sarili natin na hindi pa ako ready, baka hindi pa to yung time. Next time na lang, next year na lang. 'Di ba? Nabanggit niyo na sa sarili niyo yun at for me, nabanggit ko na rin sa sarili ko yun. Dami ng mga pagkakataon, especially from the past. But right now, I am trying to evolve into a certain type of person that always tries. And no matter how capable I am, no matter my readiness, I always shoot a shot on a specific opportunity na dumaan sa harap ko. Kasi sabi nga nila, a certain opportunity won't show itself to you if you are not ready enough for that specific opportunity. And that alone says a lot about your readiness. It's going to it's just a snap of a second for you to decide if you're gonna take in or you're gonna back out. I think nakabase na yun sa'yo. Nakabase na yun sa desisyon mo. Pero the universe already believed that you are the person capable enough and ready enough to take on that specific opportunity. I want you to try to have a little bit of pause kung anong ginagawa mo ngayon. Kung nasa biyahe ka sa school, if you're doing house chores, if you're doing academics, ano yung opportunity before na sayang, hindi ko tinry, or sayang, feeling ko kasi dati hindi pa ako ready enough to do that thing. Pero parang feeling mo ngayon, sa akin dapat yun eh. Mas magaling ako dun sa nakakuha ng opportunity na yun eh. So those things might frustrate you or might even boggle your mind from that moment until now. But those moments are there as a remembrance for you na illusion lang yung nasa utak mo na hindi ka pa talaga ready. Kasi kung sinabi mo sa sarili mo na, ay shit, mas magaling pa ako dun sa taong nakuha sa auditions. Kung tinry ko yun, binigay sa akin yun eh. Kung ako sana yun, mas magandang performance nun. Kung sa akin binigay yun, hindi mo nga tinry. Hindi ka nga nag-audition. Hindi ka nga nag-apply. So you will never know if you never try, and they will never know. The world will never know if you never show yourself or if you never said no to yourself and to that specific opportunity that already presented itself in front of you immediately. Those are the shaping moments that we have to go back to from our previous years of living in our life na maraming nasayang na opportunity because of our fear, because mahiyain tayo, or because hindi natin feel na we are ready enough or we are capable enough or we are as capable as anybody else in the room. Ayun yung kinatakutan ko before. Ayun din yung naalala ko nung bata ako at ayun din yung gusto kong ipaalala sa sarili ko until now. I have dreamt of being a courtside reporter for the UAAP and also for the NCAA. And then every time that I see male correspondents being interviewed in the television or reporting for a specific university, I always tell to myself, shit, mas magaling pa ako dito ah. And that became one of the moments na sinabi ko, kapag naglabas na ulit sila ng application announcement, I will shoot my shot, I will submit my curriculum vitae, and I will submit my 90-second introductory video. I have tried 3 years in a row. This year is my 3rd year auditioning and shooting my shot to become a courtside reporter or a correspondent. Until now, wala pa rin akong regrets. Because even though I wasn't selected for the first 3 years of auditioning, wala akong what ifs. Because I know from the first year until this 3rd year that I tried to apply, I became a better reporter. I improved a lot. At I know na wala akong kawalan or walang nawala sa akin because I know that it's not just my destiny for me this year and I'm gonna shoot a shot again for the next years to come until I'm not eligible anymore. So those moments are going to hurt you a lot, but those moments will need to be there that will serve as a symbol that you just have to shoot a shot in every single opportunity in your life. And I will live by that specific concept that I have in my mind na, kung ayaw mo pala nasasapawan ka ng ibang mga tao na lagi mo sinasabi na mas magaling ka sa kanya, mas okay dapat kung ako gumawa, dapat lagi mong tinatry. And I know they said na one thing that you have to believe is you're as capable as anybody else. Well, I have learned this the hard way, and I also learned this in a beautiful way as well. Well, as a 20-year-old kid that people expect na I'm gonna spend my 4 years in school, and after being in school, I graduate, I find a job, and dun pa lang ako magsisimulang matuto sa industriya na gusto kong pagtrabahuhan. Right now, I do understand and I do believe and I would say yes na we are as capable as anybody else because I'm already in the creative industry. And in that specific industry, you don't need to graduate a specific degree for you to be able to be as capable as anybody else. It takes skills. But those skills, most of the skills that are found in the creative industry are not taught in 4-year programs. These skills were taught from our past experiences, from our extracurricular activities back in schools, from our sidelines, and we can learn it from YouTube University, from taking online courses and really being committed to your craft. And it opened up a new world for me. Nasabi ko, this is an industry that I love being in. Number one, because I get to do my craft. I get to enjoy the process of everything and I get to enjoy the results. Especially when you're in the visual arts, category as a graphic designer, as a video editor, those kind of things, or in the content creator side of things, or in the content creation side of things, when you see the full version of your content, of your video that you already put out on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, it gives a certain feeling of gratitude, and at the same time empowerment, na before, nung mga panahon na hindi pa laganap yung TikTok at hindi pa laganap yung content creation na mundo, napapanood lang natin yung mga artista na gumagawa ng mga ganito. Even yung mga interviews, no, kay Tito Boy Abunda pa lang talaga natin napapanood. Pero ngayon, everyone can do interviews. Everyone can do podcast. I can invite my friends here. I can invite some guests and we could talk, record using 3 cameras, edit and post on YouTube and all social media platforms with the same level of production and with the same level of quality that Tonight with Boy Abunda produces. So, it's empowering because akala mo you have to really undergo decades for you to be recognized in this specific industry, but it takes commitment to your craft and it takes enjoyment of what you do for you to be able to rise up and rise above. And I always remember when I introduce myself to other people that I meet in the same industry, lagi silang nagugulat na I'm just 20 years old, I'm still at school. One thing that I can remember, they guessed it wrong, that my age, sabi nila, I was in my 25s, 26 or 27s. But when I told them that I was just 20 years old, they were shocked because, they really appreciated my craft. They really appreciated my work ethics, my professionalism, and of course, my character in the workspace and the outputs that I put out there. Well, that's something that I really appreciate, that people can really see it from me. And it's something that I give props to myself because I think the thing that I radiate from the inside to the outside, it wasn't just an overnight thing. It was a culmination of the things that I have developed for myself in terms of skills, in terms of connecting to people, in terms of being professional at work, in terms of honing my craft. Because I have been a student leader, not just a student leader, but I built a great organization that helped a specific organization to rise up from the ashes back in the pandemic era. I have worked with my friends for different organizations doing charity works, doing humanitarian tasks, doing administrative works, marketing. I have dealt with a lot of nerve-wracking moments when I join multiple. When I say multiple, I mean it's a lot. It's a lot of competitions that I have joined when I was in junior high school, when I was in elementary, performing arts, journalism, visual arts, name it. I joined it all. I have been a director for musical plays. I have been a president for this. I have been a vice president for that. And those things were not just titles. Those things, I wasn't recognized during our graduation or during any recognition rites. I was really frustrated kasi some of my classmates or even some of the students that was recognized for their excellence, graduated for their excellence, nabanggit yung mga extracurricular activities nila back when we were high school or elementary, pero sa akin wala talagang nakakapasa dun sa level na kailangan ng banggitin sa stage. I was really frustrated na I really did all these things for nothing. Pero in hindsight, I would say those moments really shape this version of Japet that you're seeing right now in terms of how I work with other people and in terms of how I hone my craft. It's really a culmination of years and years and years na even though it's not recognized, even though it's not awarded, as long as as long as you identify yourself to those type of things, it will really make you. Those are building blocks of Japet Peña. That right now, I'm already seeing a beautiful castle of blocks. Very strong castle, very colorful castle. And that castle is something that people will pass by, stop over and look at and just admire that specific castle that I built for myself from small building blocks that I collected from my experiences back in my junior high school and elementary and senior high school years na non-academic. And sabi ko, nung nasa journey ako na parang gusto ko na makapenetrate sa isang industriya na ang mga katrabaho ko talaga, mga millennials na, yung mga best of the best in their crafts already. Sabi ko, paano ako makakapenetrate or paano ko sila makakatrabaho? Hindi naman ako kasing tanda nila in a good way because wala pa akong enough experiences for me to show them that I'm at the certain level of maturity like you or I'm at the certain level of credibility like you. But one thing that I can show them is, number one, my sincerity to really provide value to the people that I work with. And number two is my dedication to my craft na I will really put my heart onto something that I was tasked to do, I intend to do, and not just do it and finish it, but I am that specific person who does things to do it so well na hindi nila mapapansin na it was done by a kid or by a Gen Z. And ayun yung napapansin nila sa akin when it comes to me hosting events, when it comes to me directing events, when it comes to me really connecting to specific people na, okay, you're 20 years old and you're gonna come a long way. And that's something that I really appreciate. So, if you have something in mind na ginalingan mo naman before, right? At nabigyan mo naman ng tamang pagkakataon yan para ma-hone yung skill mo in terms of that specific opportunity that you are wanting. Let's say, for example, you are offered to host this event. Sinabi mo sa sarili mo, nakakaya kasi di ka naman talaga nag-host, magaling ka lang dumaldal. Are you ready for that specific moment? Well, number one, they chose you because they saw something in you. Madaldal ka. You have the charm. You have the capacity to connect to people. And that's one important thing when it comes to hosting. It's not just about having good voice. It's not just about being a great yapper. It's not just about fluency in Filipino and or in English. But it's really more about connecting authentically to the people, because when you're hosting, you're not there to impress them. You're hosting to connect them to each other, for you to identify their common grounds, and for you to identify the whole objective of why they are there and what are the benefits that they're gonna get from being in that specific event. So maybe that's something that they saw in you. Alam mong hindi mo pa na-try ang pagsasalita sa napakaraming mga tao. Alam mong hindi ka talaga sobrang galing sa pagsasalita ng Tagalog na straight or English na straight. Pero meron kang isa na na-check sa lahat ng mga boxes na yun. At ayun ang importante. As much as may na-check ka sa mga pangangailangan ng isang opportunity na binibigay sa'yo or nasa harapan mo na, it means that you are already ready to take on that specific opportunity. Why? Because everything in life is figure-outable, is learnable. Again, everything in life is figure-outable and is learnable. Hindi totoo na dapat alam mo na agad bago mo itry yung isang bagay. Kasi, saka mo pa malalaman ang kabuuan ng isang bagay kapag binigyan mo na ng pagkakataon na subukan 'to. Kasi di naman tayo lahat perpekto at, the only way for us to really get to know things is to get through them. When they say na for you to survive your lowest moments, you have to really go through that lowest moment for you to be able to break through that. And I would say, just give it a shot. Kasi you will never know. Balikan natin yung mga pop culture moments that we've had from TV. Winners of The Voice Philippines, winners of PBB, winners of specific television competitions that we've had from the past. Balikan natin sila. Nung sumali ba sila, perpekto na sila. Nung sumali ba sila ba talaga yung star quality na hinihingi ng mga judges na eventually nanalo? What I can remember, one example is Kyle Echari. Kyle Echari, when he auditioned in The Voice Philippines, I can remember because I was watching that specific episode. When he received that mail from The Voice Philippines, I think he was playing football. I'm not sure if pinusta ng nanay niya or pinusta ng anyone from the family to audition. And he really wasn't expecting a call back from The Voice Philippines. And when sumalang na siya sa stage, he was a very shy kid. He's a very shy kid. Hindi mo talaga makikilala si Kyle Echari nung bata pa siya nung nasa The Voice Philippines siya at ngayon na mature na siya at nagtitake na siya ng mature roles. Napakamahiyain niya at I would say yung charm medyo hindi pa natin kita nung time niya sa The Voice Philippines kasi walang nag-e-exude na aura, walang nag-e-exude na angst, walang nag-e-exude ng star quality. But he has a good voice. But the voice, of course, it wasn't a perfect one. When we talk about Darren Espanto, when we talk about other kids, 'di ba? The TNT boys, no? Iba yung tunog ni Kyle Echari. Kabado siya nung time na 'yon. Medyo mahiyain siya nung time na 'yon, no? Walang masyadong dating sa stage. Pero may quality yung boses niya na nakita ng mga judges na may potential to. At ayun sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina. You just only have to tick one box from all of the requirements needed for that specific opportunity for you to say that you're ready enough. And the second thing that you need to do is to try and to give it a shot. Kyle Echari, he ticked one of the box from all of the many requirements that The Voice Philippines is trying to need from all the auditionees. Have a great quality of voice. Not a perfect voice, but a great quality of voice. And the voice has a personality. Number 2 is, he showed up in an audition and he showed up sa stage. He sang. So even though marami pang pagkukulang si Kyle Echari in terms of ano yung mga pangangailangan ng telebisyon, he managed to figure it out along the way. 'Di ba? Every single level na na-upgrade si Kyle Echari sa The Voice Philippines, nakikita na natin na mas nag-improve yung quality ng voice niya, mas nag-improve yung stage presence niya. And until now, no, iba na yung dating niya bilang isang artista. So masasabi na natin na kalinya niya na sila Daniel Padilla when it comes to dating, right? And that's what I'm pointing out. You just have to give it a shot. No one was ready. No one was ready enough for a specific opportunity. Ang pinagkaiba lang nila sa inyo na hindi nakamit ang kanilang goal ay they showed up for it. They said, okay, try natin. Ang pinagkaiba ng mga tao na sinasabihan nyo na, oy, mas magaling pa ako dyan eh. Kung sa akin binigay yan, mas maganda yung performance ko dyan. Ang pinagkaiba nila sa'yo, hindi mo kasi tinry. Hindi ka nag-audition. Sila, even though they were imperfect, even though they felt that they are not ready enough before too, they gave it a shot. They tried. And that specific characteristic will set you apart from other people in terms of winning or losing, in terms of regretting or enjoying. 'Di ba? Kaya ayun din yung lagi kong yung parang lagi kong sinasabi sa sarili ko, eh. Japet, magaling ka. Madami na nagsasabi, it's been years that people are telling you that you're great at this specific skill, at this specific, craft. Pero, kailangan mo ring sabihin na magaling ka. Even though, madami kang tao na pwede mong gamitin para ikumpara mo sarili mo sa kanila. Pero kapag may mga opportunity na lumapit sa'yo, i-grab mo. Even though, hindi mo pa na-figure out paano mag-improve sa isang skill kasi you will identify it along the way. You will figure it out along the way. Kagaya ng mga artista na mahihiyain ng mga nag-audition pero sila na ngayon yung mga malalakas yung dating because they gave it a shot. They gave it a fucking shot. So give it a shot, guys. Kung ano mang opportunity na meron ka ngayon, huwag mo nang patagalin yan kasi pag hindi mo in-entertain yan opportunity, mapupunta yan sa ibang tao. At ayoko na i-regret mo yung moment na to, na sasabihin mo na naman, sayang mas magaling ako dun sa taong nabigyan ng posisyon eh. Sayang kung ako sana yan, kung tinry ko lang, sa akin yun eh. Yes, it's an ego booster, but it's not gonna do good for you in the long run. It's something na hindi maganda yung kahihitnan kapag laging ganyan sinasabi mo before you even talk about something, before you even compare yourself to other people because they got the job, not you. But did you do anything? Do something for that specific dream. Do something for that specific goal of yours. Do something for that specific opportunity that is lying in front of you. Because that specific opportunity is there for a reason. That specific opportunity will not show itself to you if you are not ready enough for that specific opportunity. Repeat that again in your mind. Kasi once a specific opportunity show itself to you, it might be once in a lifetime. And when you said yes to that specific opportunity, even though you don't feel so ready, the life that you might be experiencing and the fantasy that you've had from a childhood perspective will come into fruition by just saying yes to one thing that will just show itself to you once in a lifetime. And thank yourself that you said yes to that specific opportunity because it really, really will define your life. Diba? What I mentioned to you guys is something big. It will really put you in a place where you will just say yes to things na nasa harapan mo. I'm not saying it in the people-pleasing perspective because iba yun eh. But when it comes to opportunities in front of you, na ganito yan. Kapag may mga bagong opportunity na nasa harapan mo, kakabahan ka talaga niyan. And of course, as a human being, we are not accustomed to change. But we all know that the universe works in a way that change is inevitable. Change is the universe's friend. Change is a tool that the universe uses for the universe to be universe. And we are one with the universe. If you resist change, you are not letting the universe do its job for you. When you manifest, hinahayaan natin yung universe na maparinggan tayo at magtrabaho para sa atin. Wala yung manifestation mo kung hindi mo naman sinusuportahan yung universe sa pagbabato ng mga pagbabago sa buhay mo. 'Di ba? So, lagi tayong kakabahan kapag may mga bagong pagkakataon sa buhay natin na, ay, magbabago na yung routine ko nito. Ay, bago na yung mga taong makikilala ko. Ay, bago yung feeling na mararamdaman ko. Is that something nice? Is that something good? It means that you are progressing in life. It means that you are improving. It means that you are getting closer to that specific person that you want to be. by experiencing such change. At yung mga kaba na yan, make sure na ma-minimize lang natin yung screen time nun sa atin. Kasi kapag pinahaba natin yung kaba, ito turn down talaga natin yung opportunity na nasa harap natin. Make sure to minimize the kaba moments and make sure na magdesisyon ka agad kasi one life decision can really change your life for the better. And one life decision can also change your life for the worse. You are as capable as anybody else. Everything is figure outable. Everything is learnable. You just have to tick one box from all of the hundreds of boxes that they are requiring of you. As much as you are willing to learn, as much as you are willing to improve yourself, and you will be unstoppable. You will get there. Nandyan yan sa harap mo because you are capable enough and you are ready enough. Because the process for you to get there, for you to be ready enough, starts when you said yes to it. Well, that's it for this podcast episode. I hope I opened something in you. I hope I built up attention for you to really consider an opportunity in your life. Well, kung nagustuhan niyo yung podcast episode na to, please do rate this podcast a minimum of 5 stars. Kindly, if you want to share this to your Instagram stories, to your Facebook stories, or to your friends, also tag us in the Pet Talks Podcast Instagram and my personal Instagram. Maraming salamat for being here for more than 30 minutes. See you on our next episode next week. Goodbye.